Welcome to Open for Business. I'm your hostess, Tilton. On Open for Business, I love speaking with business owners and managers that are still open during the whole COVID pandemic. And on today's show is a very dear friend of mine. I'm so excited to have her on. As a matter of fact, I even asked her, now, why you want me on my show? Because she's a voiceover artist, she's an actress, she's a choreographer, and she's a new podcaster, which is really gaining momentum around the world. I can't even say in Memphis, just around the world. So let me just bring her on in this stream. Milli Mills. Here she is.
Hi, Tina.
Yes. Hey, Milli. The original, guys. Matter of fact, I'm looking at the camera on this one. The original Milli Mills. Welcome for business.
You are too kind. You make me sound like I'm special or something.
Please, you've been special. You guys, just in case you don't know, Milli and I met back in the late 90s when we both were employed for Flynn Broadcasting over at Hot 107. And before the camera started to roll here, I just reminded her, I said, keep in mind, you were always the most animated one of us all. Like when I say, I mean like dancing, she had the dance moves. None of us DJs danced. Just her. And we used to be like, okay, well, we'll put it right. Welcome to the show. I'm so glad. I would love. Let's just get right into it, because at 3 years old, you knew that your sister knew that you had this gift to dance. Tell me about that.
Yes, and it all started when I was around 3. It was always music in our home. I grew up with my mom and my uncles, and we had just a lot of family members always around, and we listened to a variety of music. And I developed what they call an eclectic ear, because my grandmother liked country, pop, and gospel, and then my mom and my uncle liked blues and R&B. So I heard it all growing up. And my sister, being 8 years, and back in that era, you listened to everything. And my sister, she liked a variety of pop and R&B and all that too, but she's 8 years older than me. So she kind of introduced me to the music, and I would see her dancing and I would catch on to some of her dance moves, but I would just take it to another level. I would just do it over and over again until I perfected that thing. And one day she just kept watching me. She said, "You really have a knack for a dance thing. You really love this, don't you?" I said, "Yeah." And I would just dance all the time. And sometimes, in the neighborhood, older people see you dancing in the streets. I used to dance in the streets. And they had little cafes in my hometown. When my mom then would take us to town on weekends, I'd dance. They put money in the jukebox. And I would just dance, and they would throw money at my feet. That's a little dancing girl. Do it again. They put, quarters, sometimes, 50 cents, $1, whatever. And I go home with a pocket full of money.
Now, tell me about this dance troupe that you are working with. I can't seem to pronounce the name of it.
Suavacious. Yeah. Yeah. When I first came to Memphis, radio, I tried to use it as a vehicle to really get me where I really wanted to be. And that was dancing, acting, entertainment. And I was just trying to hope that I could use it as a vehicle to link the two worlds. So shortly after being, in Memphis working at K97, I heard a commercial on the radio saying something about if you're like in Living Color Fly Girl dancer.
Fly Girl.
They had had an audition for it. And our former coworker Ace Alexander, I don't know if you ever got to work with him, but he was one of the I guess coordinators for this audition, and a guy named Drew McCraven, I believe. And so we, a lot of ladies went and auditioned. I was one of those that made the cut. And by the end of the day, they narrowed it down to just 4 of us, and we named ourselves Suavacious.
Go ahead, Milli Mills. No, I'm sorry, the original Milli Mills. Okay, girl. But now, before you got to Memphis, I do understand that you went to UAPB. Well, no, first of all, you went to University of Arkansas, Little Rock.
Yeah, UALR.
You went to UAPB.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to going to UAPB, you majored in or studied English and language arts. That was one of those subjects that you were attracted to. So
Yes.
how did that switch come about when you went to University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, and you studied speech, theater, and communications at that time? You went from English to speech and communications and theater.
Because in our curriculum at school, the English and the language arts kind of laid over into theater,
Did it?
thespian. Yeah, they kind
Okay.
of, those two married a little bit. So it would usually be our English or language arts teacher, because sometimes they didn't have a salary for like a theater
Mm.
arts teacher. So, it would be placed on our English or language arts teacher to kind of put on a production or play or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. So, and I didn't know there was a real difference between the two until I went off to college, where that's when I saw the difference, speech and theater and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And like I said, I originally wanted to go into broadcast, and that's why I was, studying at UALR in broadcast, radio, TV, and film. And I didn't think when I transferred to UAPB initially that they would have such a program, but they did. But they just called it speech and theater with an emphasis, concentration in communication.
But that's
So
also where you got your first radio gig too, right? At
that's where I
UAPB.
got the first internship,
Yeah.
and it just all kind of started from there. I remember in our radio production one class, because we still had some of the same courses at UAPB that UALR had, radio one, radio two, and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
We just didn't have an on-campus radio station at the time. And
Right.
so our teacher, she
Mm-hmm.
was, yeah, she helped us get those internships. And when I was taking that class, all the guys were teasing me because then it wasn't a lot of female who were interested, in going into radio broadcast. So they were like, "So what are you doing here? Are you going to be like the little female Melly Mel?" That's where it all started. They started calling me Melly Mel. So
Are you for real? Well,
yeah,
the joke was on them because that particular job landed you the quiet storm here in Memphis at K97, right?
yeah,
How
that's
did
how
that
it's.
how did you get there? Who heard?
Okay, so real quick from there, okay, all the guys start calling me Melly Mills, and then around the campus, it kind of started a buzz. But some of the females didn't know what they were saying, so the females twisted it and started calling me Millie Mills, and I thought it was cuter. And I said,
Yeah.
you know what? When I start my internship, I'm going to use that, and I did. And then out of college, I went back home for a little while, and there was the first all black owned radio station in Arkansas, Mr. L.T. Sims, the late L.T. Sims. He was an attorney in West Helena, Arkansas. He owned the station, and they knew me because his wife taught me in high school. She taught me geometry, trigonometry, and then their mom went to high school with my mom, and so they were just honored to have me there. And I worked there for 2 years. I started out just on air, and before I left, I had made program director, and I started reaching out to in the trade magazines. I started connecting with everyone like Stan Bell and some of the others in Memphis and Bobby OJ. And eventually I won Bobby over because Bobby didn't. And initially, Bobby was like, "Oh, you're from a little small station. I don't know. Let me see what you got."
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he can
eventually,
be tough.
yeah, he's tough, but I love Bobby. I will always love him for giving me that first shot with the Quiet Storm. Kudos to you. Kudos to Mr. Sims and all of them at KCLT in West Helena. They all, gave me that shot, and I'm
Amen.
ever grateful.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
Voiceovers. You do a lot of voiceovers. Where can we hear your voice right now? Are you on
Right
something
now,
current?
basically just on the podcast right now, but
Hey, not a
yeah.
problem. Is there a popular commercial that we would know and say, yeah, I can identify with that. That must be Millie.
I have a lot of older, like when I was in Memphis, the Marty's commercials. I think
Yeah,
you inherited that
and
account when I
me.
moved.
I did the Marty's
Yeah,
commercials too.
yeah, and I moved away to Dallas, but I did a lot of the Marty's. I think that was my main one, and then we just did a lot of station liners when I worked for Disney in Dallas. We started working at ABC Radio, so we did a lot of liners in various commercials. I can't even name all of them.
Yeah, that's okay, because I mean you got to think about it. You've been doing things since the late 80s?
Yeah, 88. Yeah.
88. Yeah.
87 actually, because that's when the internship started in 87. Yeah.
Whew, that's an extensive resume.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Tina.
Including, let's not forget the actress part of you, the firm. I know you worked in the firm.
Yes.
What's your experience? What was being on that set like?
It was really exciting. That was my first time ever doing anything like that in Memphis. I had gotten with a talent agency, Colors. I don't know if they're still in Memphis.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Wagner used to be
Yeah.
yeah, she was so sweet. But she gave me a shot, and we didn't have emails back then,
No,
but yeah,
no
she just
emails.
but she did. Yeah, she gave me a call and gave me all the details as to where to go down to the West Memphis Greyhound Park where the dogs used to race. Do they still have it?
Yes. Not
Okay.
Colors, but they do still have Greyhound.
All right.
Southland.
But Southland Greyhound Park, that's it. And we met there and they were really nice. They fed us breakfast, lunch, and we had to do the same scene. You know how it goes over and over and over. And it was exciting because I got a chance to meet, people I didn't know, and you got to sit there and pretend like, this is your guest or whatever. Yeah. And I can't remember the gentleman's name. I think it was Vernon Johnson or someone that I sat next to. But yeah, and it was, we had different scenes. Like when we were in the crowds, we were acting like we were cheering, and
it was really an exciting time for you.
It was, yeah, and from then on, I just continue. I stuck with Joe, and then I eventually put Ramil on. Joe met Ramil and started giving her little auditions when she got around, I think 5.
Yeah.
So and
it's a family affair.
It's a family affair.
Well, you know what? This is something that I did not know. And I was like, oh, Millie, you're supposed to be, girl. How come, girl, you're supposed to, hold on. Girl, you're supposed to get managers. When in 1998, you were chosen by Ebony Magazine to be one of the top 25 most successful Black female single. What? I was like, I'm like, girl, you didn't get. Girl, where's your man? Weren't the men pouring in? You got to tell me about this. I'm ready.
No, I only had maybe 2 to be interested.
No way. Ebony Magazine, you guys, is a nationally known publication magazine. No way. I know
my family was really excited. All my cousins, and my mom, of course, and aunts and uncles, they were just very excited for me. But no one really hit me up like that.
Probably did. That's why. Because I forced to tell you off camera on that one. But we better move on. Let's talk about this podcasting thing now, because I'm so glad that you contacted us and you were like, I feel in my spirit I'm to get back in this. I'm like, Millie, yes, you are a natural. You deserve to be back in this game. So this is what you can do. Go for it. And now we have Bring It in the House, Mill.
Bring It in the House,
musicians, entertainers, artists, and what's the L? I forget.
It's music, entertainers, artists, and leaders.
Leaders, yes. Mm-hmm. Come on, Bring It in the House. Tell me about it.
Well, yeah, it's just, people have known that I've, been in the industry for a while, like yourself, and they kind of like, well, why don't you have a podcast? And I heard that for the last 3 years. I just didn't think. I was like,
let me stop.
But I thought it would be, to be honest, I thought it'd be very difficult, and I didn't know if I had the time. But when you reached out to me and you kind of made it really simple, where I couldn't refuse. You made it so simple. I was like, oh, okay, that's all I have to do. Okay.
Correct. You said yes, get you a nice background, get your backdrop like you have right there, and bam, book your guest. And our time is, but I still want to answer, hold on a second, clock. How can people become guests on your podcast? We're talking about musicians, artists, entertainers, and leaders. How can someone
Yes.
be a guest?
They can always reach out to me via email. It's millhouseentertainment.com, or they can hit us on the Millhouse line 469-284-9922. Either way, you can hit me up, or you can, if you're a personal friend, you can always inbox me on Facebook or Instagram or something like that.
What are some of
So,
the platforms that they'll be seen and or heard on?
oh, thanks. That's a good question, Tina. You're so good at this.
Girl, come on, come on.
They'll be heard on Facebook, of course. Streamed on live on Facebook, and then later YouTube. You can see it, but you can also, it can be heard on Spotify, Google Play, Podcast Index, and Amazon Music, Audible. Yeah, it's
Ooh,
there. Yeah.
you call me a mogul? We got one place. You won't come past? All right. I'm not doing all those things. Girl, I can't talk any longer. I would love to continue this conversation, but I would this up, that got it. But I want you to stay on line for a minute. But
Okay.
in the meantime, you guys make sure that you bring yourself in the house with Millhouse Productions, the original Milli Mills. And again, the contact phone number and everything is on the screen. Make sure you contact her. And again, bring that in the house. Milli, thank you for the guest on Open for
Thank
Business.
you.
And stay open for business.
I will. Thank you, Tina. Congratulations on all your success. So proud of you.
Thank you, big sis.
Ski-wee.
Gotta do it. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Tina Tilton, welcome back to Open for Business. I told you we had a very good, informative show on today. And this particular segment is no different. So you will definitely need to keep your pencil and your pen and your cell phone handy because you may need some notes on this one. On this particular segment, I have my special guest is a father of two, a member of Breath of Life, and a former International Paper and Farmers Insurance agent. He goes by none other than his own self-taught company, Wayne Williams of Wayne Williams Agency. And there he is. Hey,
Okay.
Wayne, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Tina. First of all, I'd like to just thank you for allowing me to come on and talk about what I do, my business. I'm blessed and I'm thankful every day for what I do. My main concern is to try to help people save money. I've been in business since 2004, ever since I left International Paper. I was a purchasing agent there for 17 years. And I was on the other side of the fence. I was a purchaser. Now I'm a seller. But I love what I do. I love helping people. And God has blessed me to put me in this position to help people. I write all lines of insurance from property and casualty to life and health to commercial insurance, commercial bonds. I do just about everything. And I'm licensed in 5 states, Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi, Georgia, Alabama, and Texas. Some businesses, some business I can write all over the country, like commercial insurance, I can write in any state in the United States.
Yeah.
I love what I do. I love helping people, saving them money, busy all day long, but I just, I'm blessed and thankful to be able to help people. The job I had at International Paper prepared me for this.
I was just about to ask you that because you've gone from, you've taken this jump from International Paper, also from Farmers Insurance, and to me it just it all merged together to help you get to this destination where you are today. The owner and founder of Wayne Williams' agency, Affordable Memphis. Please tell me the name of your website.
That's my website, AffordableMemphisinsurance.com.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I go by. And like I said, I just love what I do. I never thought I'd be in this business. I worked for International Paper for 17 years. When they first had their first layoff, I told my wife at the time I need to do something else because I might be next. So God, put that in my heart to get my insurance license and get into the business and start helping people. So I had a farmer's insurance.
So that's how you got into it. You were laid off from which
No,
one?
I wasn't laid off. I wasn't laid off. They had their first layoff, and it scared me. And I said, I don't want to be the next one, so I better be proactive and prepared just in case.
Yeah.
Because at the time I had a wife and 2 sons, and I just, I said, I got to be prepared just in case it happens. I don't want to be left out there and not have any way to make a living. So I got my insurance license, and I had a farmer's insurance agency for 10 years, had the office in Bartlett,
Yeah.
and helped a lot of people in that. And about maybe 6 years ago, they made me an offer to buy me out, and I became totally independent. I'm independent now, so I have a more wide range of business products I can offer people.
Yeah.
And people call me, they need, a certain product. I can find. I'm more of a broker agent.
And that's what I was about to ask next. Like, tell me about your product lines to business.
Well, I can write just about any type of commercial business, like contractors, churches, landscapers, lawn care people, just about any type of commercial business, office building, just about everything. So I have a wider range of products that I offer now, which I didn't have when I was with farmers.
Yeah.
And so if a customer, if a prospect calls me and says, well, can you find me this product? I can go to my companies that I'm contracted with to find a company that will fit their needs and find a price we can afford. And that's what I like.
Are you big on individuals as well as businesses, or greater?
It's about 50-50. I rate 50% businesses, 50% individuals, home and auto, life and health. I do commercial life, and I do group health insurance, individual health insurance, dental insurance, just about anything, supplemental plan, just about anything a person needs, I can find for them.
Speaking of needs, why is it important to need insurance? We know life happens. I get that. But why is it important?
Well, because you're dealing with the unknown. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And insurance, the insurance, the main thing that insurance does is what they call indemnify. Indemnify makes you whole again. Just say, God forbid, if something would happen to you, you're in an accident or have a fire in your house or have a business and something happens. The insurance company's job is to come in and indemnify you, make you whole again, to fix what happened, fix your claim, and then put you back to where you were.
Makes you whole again. That don't sound biblical, like our Lord Jesus, ain't it?
It is. It's just to make you whole again.
Is that word in the Bible, indemnify?
Well, it might be something close, but it's to get you to where you were.
When it comes to insurance, then, what do your clients need the most?
Well, right now, health insurance is a hot commodity, and a lot of people don't understand it. They heard about the affordable health care plan. They heard about discount plans, things like that. But if you don't know what you have and you go into the hospital, you better have a great plan, because the cost of going to the hospital is so expensive. It's like people dealing with whatnot right now with the COVID. I mean, it can cost you hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars to be treated for COVID, auto accidents, or anything.
Yeah. And now I saw, and you said this right when you opened up your show, and I also saw it in your bio, save you money. Save you money. Our company can save you money. And I see that saving money is big, a big platform for you.
Right.
But tell me more about this. Tell me how we can save money.
Well, I can shop around. Just like today, I wrote up a lady. I had her with one company. Price went up. I found another company. So she's happy she can be. I can shop around and find a company that would help that person get that price. I've saved people like $1,000 off of what they were paying.
Oh.
$1,500, $500, and they've been with a certain company so long, and all of a sudden they call me. It was a referral, and I said, well, let me see if I can help you. And then I sent them a quote. They can't believe it. They said, I can't believe you're gonna save me $1,000 a year. I said, yes, ma'am.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you the man. You the man.
I love.
What happens then when an insurance company or policy? What happens when an insurance policy lapses?
Well, I just find them another plan. If it lapses, I'll just find them another plan.
So there are no penalties. Is the customer penalized for that?
Well, they still owe money, and a lot of people don't realize it. I try to let them know ahead of time. Your policy came in the lap. Every time I get a notice from the insurance carriers, I send a notice out to let them know, or call them, let them know it's going to lapse. You don't want that to happen. You don't want
Right.
any lapse in coverage, because when you try to go from one company to another, that other company sees that lapse in there, and they say, well, you had a lapse in coverage, and it may cost you more.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
try my best to stay in touch with my customers and new customers. I try to be totally transparent and tell them this is what's going to happen if you don't keep your insurance.
Okay. You are a busy man. I also read in your bio that you have attorneys' offices, HVAC contractors, beauty and barber salons,
That's right.
CPAs, churches,
That's right.
restaurants, buildings,
That's right.
doctors and dentist offices, sporting events, and live concerts, just to name a few, are some
That's it.
markets that you
Yeah.
serve.
Right,
Busy.
right. Yeah, those are some of the markets I serve, and I love. I get a chance to meet a lot of people by serving them, are people that I've never met, and we become friends. You know, we connect, and it's all about relationships. You
Yeah.
build a relationship, and that's how I get my referrals. When I help people
Yeah.
and build a relationship, that's how people send me referrals. I got
That's right.
referrals every day.
That's right. That's
Referrals every
right.
day. Just treat people right. People will send you other people.
Yeah,
You know,
you're right.
that's how it works. That's how it works in business. Do the
If
right
you're
things.
growing your business, yes, certainly you could use, to my understanding, you could use some good team players. So
Oh
tell me
yeah.
about what it takes to be an agent, and especially with you. Especially, what does it take to be an
Well,
agent with the Wayne Williams Agency?
well, you first of all, you gotta love helping people. That's the first thing, and love, being fair with people and trying to help them save money. But it's because it's not all about the money. It's about helping people. You help people, people will send you people, and that's what it's all about. If you go out there and you try to just to make the money, it doesn't work. I found that out. You got to help people. You got to have in your heart that I'm gonna help this person save money. Right.
So how can they reach you if they are wanting to use your service, or if they're wanting to be an agent?
Well, I have my website is affordablememphisinsurance.com. That's my website, and my phone number is 901-502-6006. If someone wants to reach me, if they're interested, they can just call me, and I'll share with them how I got into business, what they need to get into business, and if it's something they're interested in, I'll help them, because we're all trying to survive out here.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Definitely are helpful indeed. Well, Wayne, our time is up.
Okay.
Going off. You did an amazing job, and I do thank you so much. And again, you guys, if you need any services, or if you yourself would like to become an insurance agent with the Wayne Williams Agency,
Right.
make sure you contact that name, that email, and that phone number that's on the
So
screen.
one other thing, but before I go, got 1 sec. I also do Legal Shield, and we offer Legal Shield plans for people. That's something else a person might want to get into. And I help them get into that. That's easy business to get into. Everybody needs it. And I love that too. It's both insurance and my Legal Shield. It's a blessing to me, and I love it. I love helping people.
I can tell. It's genuine. It just shows all over his face.
Right. I
So,
love helping people.
again, you guys support this agency and just be benefited from it. Really, you can benefit hugely, obviously, from going with Williams Agency. Thank you, Wayne, for being a guest on Open for Business, and stay open for business.
That's right. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.